it! You did it! Gold star for you, bud.
Huh. I wonder why that sounded so familiar. Oh. Well, look who finally decided to arrive at the party right on time. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, it's me that I'm talking about. Seriously, there were a ton of new events as well as new revelations that were presented to the table during the last quite a few episodes that I missed. And well, thankfully I at least had the decency to catch up during the weekend. And boy, were there a ton of elements and references from season 1 used for mainly the war component of the show. We got Tritonio, who even in the middle of a whole war still scams others in the process, but then eventually uses his teamwork abilities for the resistance. The Mossmen that officially make an appearance in front of the townsfolk, proving just how sane Wally truly is. A well-aged Domino 2 and its new family / companions that also help in the resistance, but as flight defense. Grime and Sprig's ongoing feud against each other after all this time. Barry the Clown that of course ended up being a betrayer during the battle against Andrus, and even something as early back on as minuscule as Jerry the Beetle, something that became the next host of Apothecary Gary after his defeat, who by the way may have another mind-controlling friend on the loose to help assist Andrus's collared comrades. And I believe the most significant trope was the full image of the prophecy showing 3 Calamity users going head to head with an unknown creature, to which I'm guessing will possibly be shown during the finale now. Then there's season 2 elements like the Ohms that ended up actually playing an important role in uncovering the mysteries of the prophecy to the Calamity box, though we already knew since we decoded the same message back when Andrus showed us the book's page. The Boon Choys and the FBI working together to fight off the invasion that Andrus and his forces brought upon Earth, and I guess the Boon Choys made amends with them since they had some dirt on them, and because of the information the Boon Choys had gathered from Anne, and they ended up being a great help. Having the alliance of all 3 frog species joining forces was another thing that was implied technically from season 1 as well, since we had characters such as Newtback who had once lived within the outskirts of Wartwood. But then again, it was due to the fact that the poor guy failed miserably at attempting to travel outside of the Valley Mountains, so who knows? Oh, and then there's the glorious portrait of Andrus's old friendship, which apparently was slashed by him since he now has claws in his flashback. Look, I don't know why I was so disappointed by that reveal. It was just so anticlimactic, but then again, expected. I mean, we knew it wasn't gonna be Captain Yunnan or her ancestors given how she only had 2 claws, so meh. I guess now it's time to discuss the main event of what's happening now, with Andrus's forces finally being put into an end. Dria's finally being revealed that Leaf, the planter's official ancestor, never forgot about him despite his assumptions and deceptionist lies from his father. While Andrus feels nothing more than regret in the end for the pain he caused all those years, and it's also shown to us that he needed the assistance of technological body enhancements in order to remain alive for all those centuries. So it wasn't just his salamander genes after all. Plus, most importantly, both Sasha and Anne forgive Marcy, somewhat understanding as to what motivated her to do what she did, and from a person that can identify with how Marcy was treated within the friend circle, this kinda hit home for me personally. Also, I know this is kinda off topic, but are we just gonna ignore this Pepper Ann Easter egg within the episode? And yeah, that just about does it for my short recap of basically what I missed. I appreciated the way they handled the few episodes available that they had left. The animation budget was used at moments where it was needed the most, the character arc progressions didn't feel rushed, and they kept shipping ever so slightly out of the way to bring more important elements of the show to our attention. The Sprivy episode is a perfect testament to all of this, given how they clearly were subliminally telling the fans, yep, they're serious, and then moved on with the resistance aspect of the show from there. Although there's still no love towards the whole Hopadai and Sylvia ship, but we all know it worked out between the two. In the end, I definitely don't see them tying the most beautiful knot around all of the questions we wanted to be answered, but I do see it ending well. With the last episode, which supposedly is only to be 29 minutes, similar to the whole Star versus ending episode runtime, including the likes of the Red Moon finally showing its significance throughout the entirety of the show. I did a whole short on this thing and just knew it meant something, and we were given a glimpse of this during Leaf's warning vision potentially from the Calamity box. And here's my take take on this, I wholeheartedly believe that the Red Moon is a result from using the Calamity Box too many times, and plus just look at the exact order of the events and what transpired afterwards. They used the Calamity Box multiple times, there's all of a sudden destruction around the land of Amphibia with the resources being used up, and then the Red Moon appears. And all we know is that there is still a giant gem-eyed looking creature that we still have not seen face to face, and that was supposed to be part of the prophecy. That and the fact that Sasha and Marcy both still have not used any of their Calamity powers, and I really don't see them ending this show without them using it at least once. I mean, come on. But given how Andrus more than likely is still alive even after his deadly defeat, he'll probably have to explain to them what's to come and what to do next. It probably will have to do something with sacrificing the Calamity Box itself, given how the title of the episode is called The Hardest Thing. And literally one of Sprig's main fears was never to be able to truly be in contact with Anne and the family ever again, like how they were during their adventures. I'm telling you right now, okay? They're gonna use their powers one time, and then they're gonna realize, oh wait, now there's no power to the Calamity Box, so they're gonna have times to struggle with trying to get back to the other world to see each other again. But then they realize, wait, we have the Calamity powers. And then they use their powers together for them to be able to visit them and travel back and forth to all different dimensions. Mark my words. Plus, come on, two best friends that reside in two separate dimensions. We've seen this, ladies and gentlemen. But with all that being said, I cannot wait until the last episode. I just hope that they're at least able to answer most of the mystery within this show and not become a disappointment. But I have faith. This has been your boy, The Next Big Thing, back at it again, and I'll catch you all for the finale. Peace!